That rock with the game.
Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, With all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From the 10. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Anderson. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And some room to work. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the 10. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now Anderson. So they get a traffic there, and that's complete. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
1st and 10, Anderson. He finds his man, complete. It's Weber. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Back to throw again. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifts. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Dallas Goedert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
We're still in the 1st quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Extra point splits the uprights,
and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
That time a 9-play drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Marino off of play action. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown a touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Anderson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Marino. Flushed out right.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Now it's Marino. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Anderson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Marino's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
That catch good for only a couple.
2nd down and 8.
They go play action with Marino. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And Graham's got it, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Looking to throw, Anderson. And the reception made by Green. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one, 30 yards. That seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll look to throw again. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Weaver. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw. Anderson. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal. A.J. Green, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and... He wants that type of celebration.
He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And some room to roam now. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Here's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that
rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Anderson, throw left side, complete. That's Green. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This time they stay on the ground, and this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And it is the Chargers who have the lead in that one. Keenan Allen, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they lead that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Kyle Lauletta accounting for both their scores with a pair of first-half touchdown passes. Finally, we're out to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Cam Newton with a couple of touchdown passes there. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And we have seen him to this point with 4 touchdowns. We get a glance at his work. It's been good work.
Oh, it's been excellent work, and it's made so much better by our guys. Look at that montage of great plays that they put together. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, you speak it pretty well. But these guys, the pictures they put up, oh.
Very good, and he's got his team in the lead right now. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Marino will throw into the secondary past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, it's Williams. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 2nd down at 4. Again, it's Williams. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On third down, Marino. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it first and goal.
Williams will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Their lead to 28. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it third down and 10.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
He finds his man complete. It's Graham. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 23. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Marino. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now Marino on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And Graham's got it over the middle. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And Bengals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Off play action, Anderson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Cincinnati set to take over once again.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now Anderson throwing after the interception. Airing it out deep for Woods.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick six on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
The Bengals on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Anderson. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Miami set to take over. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will extend this big lead. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Anderson throwing on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Graham.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Anderson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes. You can read his hands. And you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it. And oftentimes, knock it away.
The throw over the middle taken in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Anderson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. And the Bengals on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Anderson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Graham. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Marino to throw. Flush to his right.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
There he goes, right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From the 10.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. For them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Here's Anderson to throw on 2nd down. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Anderson. He finds his man. Complete. That's Weber.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Anderson now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Graham. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Weber. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And left side here, it's Graham. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second and 2. Looking to throw. Anderson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Dolphins, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.